folks, down here in Texas, they're calling for some frigid temperatures, possibly even a hard freeze. Now granted, I ain't looking forward to it, but you know that means we need to winterize the RV. Wasn't quite ready to do it yet, but who knows? It's a simple task, and it doesn't mean I won't drag her out again before next spring. But anyway, just to avoid any costly mistakes, let's winterize her. Yes, sir. Now I've kind of already got a little bit of a head start on this. Wasn't quite sure I was going to film it or not, but you know, regardless, it's worth showing, folks. Now I've already came down here and I've opened the caps on all my low points to get that water out of those lines. I've even popped open my pressure valve on my hot water heater. I'm gonna close that up. I've drained the hot water heater and pulled out the iodine or ionizer, whatever they call this rod, and look at it. Pooch is gonna need to clean that or replace it before he slaps that back in. He's probably gonna need to give her a good flush too. Now I didn't carry any gray water from my last dump. I got a little bit of black water just for dumping some ice in there for the road trip home, you know, to kind of help clean her out, slosh around as we're traveling. I'll go ahead and get that cleaned out too. But next thing I ought to do, I've opened my lines inside, and I've also got the water out of the lines as best I could. Let's get inside here and check out the rest of the doings. Now I've already popped these lines open and relieved the pressure on them, and in the bathroom and in the shower. Oh, it's a little dark in here. I undid my shower wand. I've opened these lines up. Let's get them back off, as well as the sink here. Get those back off. So the next thing to do, of course, is going to be to add the antifreeze. That's RV antifreeze, and I got her at Walmart. Of course, it's Super Tech. Yeah, that's the Walmart brand. Super Tech. Anyway, Pooch has got to get down below the sink here, and he's got to find that pump. He's got to undo some lines. Maybe not. No, I don't need to undo no lines, but I do need to twist that bypass valve, drop that hose down in there, and we'll get her flowing into the lines. That way we ain't gonna have no frozen pipes later. Yes, sir. Before I get started on that though, I need to go put those caps back on those low lying drain lines. Now I normally don't carry fresh water in this thing. There was just a tad bit in there when I popped that cap off, but normally I don't carry fresh water because we're hooking up to full connections at the site. So let me get these bottom drain, low drain lines capped back on them so we can purge the lines and pump them up. Yes, sir. This one right here is going to be my fresh water holding tank. I'm going to put that cap back on her there. That way we got her topped off. Okay, that one's on. Let's go get the back two. This is going to be the hot and cold side on the back of the camper. Low point drain. Let's get that on there. Wasn't a whole lot of water in them in the first place, but you know. Put the caps back on, keep bugs and crap from getting in there. Sewer outlet connections, that's your black. This is your black water, that's your gray water. I know there's a little bit of gray water in there. Like I said, only from the last time we were out, and I dumped a couple bags of ice in it and maybe 5 gallons of water just to let it slosh around as we were driving home, knock off any of that residue. But I'm going to get her out of there. Yes, sir. While I'm at it real quick, out here at this hot water heater, I'm just going to put a rag in there. I don't want to put that rod back in it. I want to leave it open. If for some odd reason, keep the bugs out of it. But there's no water in that hot water heater now. So we're going to go ahead and close this up real quick too. Get that lined up just right. There we go. All right, that's back. I may come back later and put a little tape over these inlets for the hot water heater and the refrigerator just to keep bugs out of there. Let's get back around here. My gas is off, so I ain't worried about that. Okay. We're getting back in here. Pooch has got to get under that cabinet there where the pump is so he can hook up that antifreeze, start purging through the lines. Let me get set up. Yes, sir. Don't mind all the grunting and groaning while Pooch tries to get his FA down here. But I got to move these covers real quick. Get them over here out of the way. Get that one out of there. As you can see, there's the pump. There's the pump, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this valve right here. It's a quarter cock valve. What I just did was I bypassed feeding the hot water heater. So with this, I'm going to be putting this line right here into my jugs of antifreeze that I got. Remember, I got Supertech RV antifreeze. Let's get that out of there. I do need to pull this cap off of this one. Well, there's a little bit of water in that, but it's about to suck this one down anyway. So we're going to line this up. I'm going to put it right over there. Put that cap out of the way. And what I'm going to need to do now is I'm going to need to turn my pump on. So that way you can pump it up into the lines. So I'll let Pooch get after that. Dang. There's a paper towel. Let me get that water out of the floor while I'm at it. I do need to get out here and clean this thing up a little bit, but there we go. Let's get the pump on. You can tell she's sucking that coolant down right in there. Okay, being that it sucked it dry, I got to get that second jug to it. I hope I got enough. I got 2 jugs, but let's see. I'm going to turn that pump off for a minute. Alright. Let's get this other jug ready. Well, don't stay right there for now. I might have should have picked up 3, but I think we'll get to her with this. Get that one out of there. Let's take this. Let's move this one into place. Get her down in there. Let's turn that pump back on. Ooh, doggy. She sucks her down pretty quick. Jeez. She took her all right. All right, let me check my lines and we'll see if we're good to go. Yes, sir. We'll be good there. I got it all down in my drains in my down below. So let's take this out. Let me put this cap back on. And there we go. Okay. The water lines and the hot water heater are now winterized. Yes, sir. Well, now that the RV's winterized, if I'm going to do any camping, I guess the next thing to do is get the Softopper back on the pickup so I can do some truck bed camping. And I think I'm going to be doing some truck bed camping here in the near future, like in a few weeks, when I go meet up with Hiking with Jackie Boy and Justin at Back Road Freedom. We'll be down there at the Garner State Park in the middle of January. I wonder if it's going to be cold. Who knows? But we're going to do it. Yes, sir. Well, since there won't be no more camping in the RV, tentatively, I guess I might as well put the Softopper back on. I've still got my rails on here. It's a pretty easy. Just slap her back on, tighten her down, and we're good to go. Let's get after it. Yes, sir. Well, here she is. She's a little dirty. She's been off for a little bit, but she ought to be pretty easy to get back on there. I may struggle a little bit doing one man, but I'll get her on there. Let me get those pins popped off. So I gotta pull this one out. Get that out of there. There's one. Probably need to move this back a little bit. It'll probably interfere with it. That lock, low lock. Get that back where I had her before. Get the lock into place. There we go. Let's get the other one. Slide this back out of the way. Get her back there. Uh-oh. Now I wonder what happened to the pin for here. It was in there. Oh no. Let me see if I can find it real quick. That's gonna suck. Well, I couldn't find it, but I found something just as good. Well, it'll work until I get another one of those little clip rings. So let's get this in there. And first off, I gotta get her in like so. unwrapped and untangled. It's going to go in the back like this. Anyway, so one man doing it by himself. It's quite all right. We're going to make it. I like this Softopper because I can take it off and I can use that in my truck when I need to. Okay. Hooch might need to get up in there to do this properly, but let's see. Let me get up in there. Yeah. It's got little holes in here, notched out. I just need to get one of them in there first without bending and breaking stuff. Justin, back row freedom, like I just about did. Okay, it's right there. Well, shoot. Well, make Hooch throw a fit here. See, there we go. Let's get that one lined up. Come on through. That one's there. Push it over. Let's get this one in there. Okay, they're on there. Now, I gotta work it through. Alright. I'm gonna add this clip. At least good enough for now until I get that one in. Let's get this one in there. It ain't easy being cheesy. Go. Let me get that one on there. I'm going to adjust that other one a little bit. Okay, that ain't going nowhere there. These old truck beds are hard on the old knees too. Woo! Dang it. Yeah. I think she's gonna be all right there. Now, next part's gonna be unfolding her. There we go. Give this thing a wash here in a few days, providing it doesn't rain. Pull that up like that. Let's get down. This little hook right here will go into this little O-ring. That one's there. That one's there. I got two in the front, same thing. That one's there. Make sure to get everything shoved down in between the bed and the the cab in a bit. Because then the fun's going to be snapping these tops. Alright, let's snap this clip real quick. There we go. Now I think probably the best thing to do first is I'm going to go ahead and try to snap a couple of these. And if you're wondering, they're like that old tonneau cover snap-ons that they used to make. You just snap these snaps onto these rings. Get that done before I tighten it all down anyway. And believe it or not, this thing's pretty watertight. Alright, let's get this one right here. The tighter it gets, the harder it gets. I've had it off for a while, so come on. Don't give me that much trouble. She's probably going to. I'm glad I'm doing this before it gets too cold, because it'd probably really be a booger. Because it's a booger as it is. I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. Next steps, I might get up in there and cinch those straps down to really pull her taut. Let me get in there and let's see. I ain't boogering up my knees no more. Give me a little padding. Also brought my little battery booster here. I'm gonna see if my lights still work. Hopefully she does. What we got going on here? I got a little bit of light. Let's see what we got going on right here. See if it works. Look at there. She don't like standing there too well, but she's got to. Not a good, that didn't want to stay in there all that well, but it'll work for now. Alright, we got all this shoved down in between the cab. It's got a lip that goes on out here in between the bed and the truck, so the cab. And snap those into place. There we go. Everything looks pretty good. All you gotta do with this is just take her down and pull her taut. And I'll need to adjust it a little bit as we go. Once I put her on the road. All right, same as the back too. Pooch don't need to raw bone it, break it right in half. Bend that aluminum arm. All right. So far, so good. This was the front up there. Just want to make sure that's good and tight. I'll do the same on the other side. Let's go get it. Same thing. Get all that out. Make sure we get her good and snug. Everything looks good in the back there. It's all folded down in between the bed. All right, let's give her one last check. Yep, I think she's good to go. Everything seemed pretty fair. Let's make sure everything lines up real good again. That just snaps into there. Same on the other side. Just snaps into there. And of course, you bring your zippers down, Velcro. Bring your zipper down, Velcro. Now I haven't added it, but there's also Velcro that goes along in here. But that'll stick to the tailgate. But I've never had no problem with it. Actually, it kind of lets some air go through it. But if I need it, I'll do it. So I got the Softopper back on just in time for some truck bed camping. And here in a few weeks, we're going to be doing just that. Let's get a look real quick. There she is. Now I got a few more accessories that I'll need to get in there, you know, rig it out where I'm really ready to go truck bed camping. Get all my supplies put in there, my cot, and all that good stuff. You know, set her up right for a overnight camping trip or a couple nights out in the great blue yonder. Probably going to be down at Garner State Park. Who knows? Pooch might sneak a weekend somewhere around here before we go out there. I'm ready. But anyway, folks, we got a few things done today. Got the old camper winterized. Got the truck Softopper back on, ready for a night out. Man, it's supposed to get pretty darn cold tomorrow. Hope we don't get no treachery, you know, precipitation on the road. Some of you folks over in the east, over there up in Oklahoma towards the east too, probably gonna get hit with it. But anyway, hope you folks enjoyed it. Pooch enjoyed it, other than running out of RV antifreeze, having to go get some more. But we're back in business and I'm ready. So I hope you folks have yourselves a good night and a good weekend. And Pretty Pooch will see you Wednesday night probably, if not before. But remember, everybody needs good I can't even talk. Everybody needs a friend named Pooch. I was gonna throw in everybody needs a good friend named Pooch. And they call me Pooch. And everybody needs a little pretty in their life, but she just got home from work and she's inside. I'm gonna go see what she's doing. Y'all have a good one, yes sir?